afternoon sa inyo lahat mga kapuso. Welcome to your favorite in-between sports and entertainment show. This is Game On. We're back inside the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center in San Juan City. My name is Martin Javier. At your service as per usual here in this edition of the show. And joining me are these two gentlemen, Mr. Pure Business and Pleasure, Anton Rojas, and Coach Hammer, Martin Antonio. Kung napapansin niyo po, nakangiti kami kasi bago yung threads namin eh. O, diba?
Ako natatawa ako kasi ito yung bolahan before the bolahan eh. Preview pa lang natatawa na ako sa gagawin ni Andre at Papa Bear.
Correct.
Kumakain sila kasama si Koy Koy.
Nako, ang ganda food trip nun. Dapat si Coach Hammer yung sinama dun ah.
Pihado.
Ano no?
Masarap yung food trip dyan sa Intramuros.
Sige, bago natin puntahan yung part 2 ng bolahan natin sa LPU Manila, let's go first to your game earlier.
Wow.
62-59 the final. Mapua winning their second win of the season, or winning their second game rather of the season for the second straight time. Consecutively ito nangyari sa Mapua. So, ito na ba yung simula ng sunod-sunod na panalo para sa Cardinals?
Believe it or not, I am not surprised. Okay? We knew that Mapua was better than what they were showing in the first round because obviously they were in the finals. It's the same team. The only thing I'm worried about is how long Arvin Gamboa will be out. I was asking Coach Randy kanina when he went upstairs, gaano katagal mawawala si Arvin Gamboa? Sabi niya, depende pa. It was reported na 2 weeks, pero depende pa kung paano siya magre-respond sa kanyang kaliwang tuhod. But with the way the other players are playing, and if Warren Bonifacio, who I believe is the barometer of this team,
Plays like an all-star.
if he puts up a double-double, Mapua is gonna win.
Definitely. Ganda ng numbers niya kanina. I think he had 12 boards to end the game. And he is the stabilizer of their front court. Number 1 team in second chance points. And at the end of the day, this is a championship caliber squad. They would be making a run. Pinili natin sila to be part of the Final Four. Ang tanong, baka kapusin dahil nakapagpundar na ng mga panalo yung mga nasa top teams. Yung tinalo nila kanina, LPU, has 7 wins. So, kung gagawin mo yung math, kahit ma-sweep nila, merong fighting chance. Pero hindi kasi tulad to nung season 97 natin na nagkaroon tayo ng play-in tournament. So, we'll see how the second round will unfold for them.
But you mentioned the second round already. That makes the second round all the more interesting and unpredictable dito sa season 98 po natin. Pero mamaya-maya po, pag-uusapan natin per team, lahat ng 10-member schools natin, kung ano ba yung grade nila pagkatapos ng round 1 and their outlook in the second round. Pero bago po yan, eto muna, ang part 2. Ito na yung inaabangan ni Anton na food trip kasama ni Koy Koy Umali. At saka nila Papa Bear Benji Paras, Andre Paras, Bolahan Part 2 kasama ang Lyceum of the Philippines University.
Kahapon, Andali. Hindi tayo kita eh. Ayan. Okay, take 2. Kahapon, nakipagkulitan tayo sa mga LPU Pirates. At ngayon, puntahan natin ang mga spot kung saan sila nag-aaral, nag-training, at tumatambay. Ako po, si Papa Bear Benji Paras. At ako naman si Baby Bear Andre Paras. Ito ang Bolahan! Totoo to, hindi kami nang bobola. Teka nga lang, bakit nga bolahan yung title? Kahapon ay kwentuhan. Ngayon, puntahan natin ang kanilang mga favorite spots dito sa campus. Tara! Yun lang spill mo? Yeah.
Okay, ito naman ang bibigyan natin ng pansin, ang buhay dorm. Nagkaroon ng transition na sanay kayong after practice or after school, lumalabas kayo, ngayon biglang dorm.
Medyo nanibago kami lalo na nung nagbubble na season, talagang nag-adjust kami kasi nakasanayan nga namin after training, pupunta kami sa mall, kikitain namin yung family namin. And ngayon talagang pag after training, diretso dorm na kami and doon na kami baba.
Yung ano naman po, yung advantage po nung nasa isang dorm lang po kami is mabibuild po namin yung samahan namin.
Kayo, ano ba yung mga favorite memories niyo sa dorm since matagal na kayong magkakasama na team?
Para sa akin, nung bubble, talagang grabe yung bonding namin. Nasa isang floor lang kami dito sa school lang sa 5th floor. Talagang yung bonding namin, sabay-sabay kami naliligo, kumakain, tapos may mga nagigitara, mga kantahan. Talagang dun mo talaga makikita yung mga bonding ng magkakapatid.
Sisala ba kasi mga special talents pala nila? Sino naman sa inyo ang mahilig mag-prank sa dorm? Like, itatago yung bagay, itatago yung medyas.
Ako, Power, amin ako talagang mahilig talaga ako mag-prank sa door.
Ano yung mga ginagawa mo?
May sinabihan akong player na may meeting tayo sa gantong room. Gantong oras, tapos pagdating ng gantong oras, pumunta siya doon. Nagalit sa akin, sabi wala naman daw parang.
Sean! Ayun! Oy! Nakahanap kita eh.
Kasama natin.
Ito yung nagpapabigay. Ito daw yung paborito mo. Ensaymada. Totoo ba yan?
Totoo po yun, Papa Be.
Yan yung paborito mo.
Makakaubos yata siya ng 3 yun eh.
3. Sa isang kainan.
Kainan lang.
Pero ito, besides yung ensaymada, ano ba yung mga, kahit wala dito sa kantin, ano yung favorite food mo?
Siguro ako, mga gulay ako.
Gulay. Gulay.
Probinsyano ako eh.
Ikaw naman, Sean. Anong karne ang kinakain mo lagi?
Lahat, Papa Be.
Lahat. So ngayon,
Walang hindi masarap dito.
dito sa kantin, dito kayo kumakain minsan. Nagsasabay lahat ng mga students, di ba? Dito ba kayo nakakakita ng mga ibang chicks? Hindi kasi, like ganyan, di ba? Kaharap mong gano'n, yung pagsubong gano'n, nakakindat na yung kumakain, di ba? Dito ba kayo nagpapakyut, gano'n? Hindi naman. So anyway, pinagmamalaki mo nga sa amin na talagang nakakatatlo ka sa ensaymada. Pero ngayon, 4 lang yung dala ko. Mag-ati-ati tayo. Tikman natin yung ensaymada.
Ay, napabawalan nga ni boss yan, kinakain niya pa rin.
Para ba ako kumain ng ensaymada? Hindi kasi parang hindi ka nanganganga. Ayan. Maharap nga. Maganda. Ito ba yung inyong bagong library?
Opo, Papa Bear.
Ay, sorry,
Babasa mo na ako.
Babasa ka eh.
Babasa. Ano yung binabasa? Phone directory to eh. Lagay mo lang nga dyan. Anyway, kayo daw yung 2 player na mahilig tumambay sa library. Totoo ba yun?
Totoo yun, Papa Bear.
So hanggang doon lang yung tanong ko. Bakit naman lagi kayo nasa library?
Kasi coach, pag sa games yan, sobrang ingay, madami sumisigaw, may tambol sa labas ng gym, ganun din, may ingay. Dito kasi medyo peaceful eh.
Ba't di kayo sa cemetery tumambay?
Walang aircon.
Walang aircon. Walang aircon.
Library. Kayo ba, ano ba yung favorite subject nyo sa mga course nyo?
Ako, sa course ko ngayon, favorite subject ko talaga yung microfinancing. Kasi magagamit ko yun after ng basketball. Pagka hindi ako naging successful sa basketball, magagamit ko yung mga natutunan ko dito.
Sa akin yung sa mga communication na may subject ako last time na purposive communication. Medyo mahilig ako sa ganun. Nag-challenge kasi ako. Yung magsasalita ako sa mga tao.
Well, sa bagay, sa point guard, di ba? Importante talaga ang communication.
Communication sa lahat, sa buong team. Saan dyan nagsisimula? Sa point guard dyan.
Tama.
Diba?
Kanina maaraw, mainit, ngayon umuulan. Pero tuloy pa rin ang ensayo ng LPU Pirates.
Tingnan natin kung paano sila mag-ensayo ang LPU Pirates! Yeah! Hoy! Magsialis nga kayo! Hoy! Hindi yung mga pirata yan. Hindi yan yung mga LPU Pirates. Uy, halika nga dito nga kayo.
Ayun, mga idol!
Ito yung mga idol natin.
Yes!
Yes, yes. Nag-enjoy kami. Thank you. Unang-una, maraming salamat sa inyo. Binigyan nyo kami ng time. Salamat kay Coach Malabanan. Salamat sa LPU community sa magandang welcome. Grabe yung pag-welcome nila sa amin dito. Ngayon, hindi matatapos to nang wala tayong bagong pakulo. Itong bagong segment natin. Okay? Magkakaroon tayo ng pick-up line.
Uy! Yung sasabihan nyo ng pick-up line, kunyari yung ating mga camera.
Thesis ka ba?
Bakit?
Kasi kahit na anong mangyari, i-defend kita.
Yeah!
Papa Bear, bustiso ka ba?
Bakit?
Kasi I can't smile without you.
Bola ka ba?
Bakit?
Kasi kahit na anong mangyari, hindi kita ipapagaw sa iba. Puprotektahan pa kita. Benta mo na bahay nyo.
Bakit?
Kasi nandito ka na sa puso ko.
Papa Bear, may pera ka ba?
Bakit?
Pengi ako.
Abangan nyo kami sa iba pang NCAA schools na bibisitahin namin. Ako po si Papa Bear Benji Paras.
At ako naman si Baby Bear Andy Paras. Kwentuhan, kulitan, tambayan. Ito ang...
Bolahan!
Totoo to. Hindi kami nabobola.
Pwede ba yun? Yeah.
Thank you, Papa Bear, Benji Paras, and Baby Bear, Andre Paras.
Napasigaw sa library.
Salamat po. Oo. Part 2 ng LPU stop natin sa Bolahan segment. Masasabi ninyo. Ako, unahin ko na. Ganda ng campus ng
Ganda.
LPU. Ako
Bagong-bago.
mapapatambay din ako sa library nila kung gano'ng kaganda. Pero
Ako hindi ko kinaya yung mga pick-up line ng mga player.
Si Enzo talaga yung bumenta eh.
fairness,
Enzo, Enzo eh. Enzo.
Enzo na, tsaka si Laro pa yan, no? Umalis ka sa bahay niyo ba yan? Sabi niya, kasi dito ka na sa puso ko. Hi, hanep. Bang klase. Oh,
Hindi yata gumagana yon.
hindi ba gumagana yan?
Kala mo hindi fighter eh. Pagka nag-joke.
Kahit player ka, hindi gagana yan?
Hindi gagana.
Hindi gagana. Okay.
Omar,
So,
bago ng pick-up line.
so, please take note po, mga LPU Pirates natin. Doon sila nasa dugout pa. Pauwi sila ngayon. Sana napanood nila yung segment na yun kasi napakaganda. And again, more stops coming up para kay Papa Bear and Baby Bear, Benji and Andre Paras para sa ating Bolahan segment. Nakakadalawang ano pa lang tayo, school, San Beda, LPU. Meron pa tayong 8.
Walo pa yan.
Oo, na i-explore dito sa Game On. Pero speaking of explorations, wow! Hindi naman natin i-explore yung nangyari sa first round. Babalikan lang natin yung nangyari sa first round. Anong ba yung mga naganap? Ano yung mga naging resulta for each of our teams here in the NCAA. Kami pong tatlo yan. We will break down what happened dun sa ating round 1. And of course, we'll try to predict what will happen in round 2. Titignan namin, susubukan namin, we'll try our best. At lahat pong yan sa ating pababalik dito sa Game On! Welcome back to the show. You guys are still watching your favorite in-between sports and entertainment show. This is Game On, still inside the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center in San Juan City. Martin Javier alongside Mr. Pure Business and Pleasure Anton Rojas and Coach Hammer Martin Antonio. We are ready. So,
Natuwa si
take
Coach
a quick
Hammer
look
eh, kasi
back.
nakita niya may
ako.
nagpe-pre-workout
Na-excite
eh.
ako.
bakit? Sino?
Big man ng
Ah!
iisip.
Si Umpad. Nandito, Erland Umpad. Oh.
Antayin ko yung laro mo ha.
Mamaya, dadang ba yan
Ayan,
si Umpad?
Nagpe-pre-workout
Mabilis eh.
bago maglaro eh.
Oh, yun.
Ayan.
Oh. Ganado yan mamaya si Erlan Umpad. Mamaya po, maglalaban EAC kontra Benilde. Pero bago tayo pumunta sa ating second game today. Alright, pinag-usapan na natin, nahapyawan na natin yung nangyari kanina sa first game na kinover ni Mr. Anton Rojas and Papa Bear Benji Paras. Mapua getting back on the winning track, back in their winning ways, and with a winning streak to begin the second round against earlier, LPU ang kanilang na quote-unquote upset kasi syempre number 9 ang Mapua sa ating team standings. Pero dito sa preview natin, Anton, pag-uusapan muna natin yung mga nasa taas.
Okay.
Top half of the team standings right now. And sitting alone, solo first place, we got the Benilde Blazers.
Who I
What
picked.
a run for them.
Who I picked
Yeah.
that
Definitely.
will finally end their Final Four drought
Yep.
this season. By the way, is the ceasefire over?
Yeah, it is! Labas
just
yun na
kidding,
lahat.
I'm just kidding.
Labas yun na lahat dito.
Before we start the season, di ba, pinag-usapan natin sino yung mga Final Four contenders natin maliban sa tatlong shoe-in. So, the Benilde Blazers are looking good. Sinabi nga ng ating kasama na si Raynam Batak, kailangan mong makapondo eh sa simula first round. Nakapondo na ng husto itong Benilde Blazers. If they do not make it to the Final Four, my God, I will be in complete shock.
That's true.
I cannot imagine them not making the Final Four with an 8-1 record. Well, 7-1 pa lang because they still have to play one more game, right?
Yeah.
So, kasi na-cancel yung game nila against JRU, it's gonna be played here in the second round. If they do not make the second round, it might be one of the biggest letdowns in NCAA history.
And they're looking solid this year, di ba?
They play the right way. They play the right
Yeah.
way. If you go to the numbers, maganda yung pick ni Anton nun eh. Kasi ako, I was surprised with the way that they played. Kasi very, very disciplined. The way that they're playing, they're number 1 in point differential, under 10 a game. Number 1 in assists, number 1 in points in the paint, number 1 in fast break points. So this team shares the basketball. And ito ang kagandahan sa depensa nila. I gotta give JC Cuellar and the guards ng CSB their props. They've been choking the attack points ng kalaban.
Yep.
They would let you play 1-on-5. Sa lahat ng mga nanonood sa atin, limahan ng basketball. Pero pagkalaban ng St. Benilde, nagiging 1-on-1 yung laro. Nung nakaraan nilang laro, bakbakan sa San Beda, pero pinabayaan nila si Kwekotay 1-on-5.
Yeah.
They survived.
Yes,
James has
exactly.
28 points.
Career high.
By the way, can I just say, si JC Cuellar yesterday, I was talking to him. He was like a kid on Christmas morning looking at all the celebrities,
He deserves
all
it.
the legends.
He deserves
Kasi diba,
it.
he grew up not here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
He grew up in
In
Rome.
Italy,
So
yes.
he would only hear about Alan Kaydick, about Jericho Diniera, and of course, about Kuya Willie Miller and Coach Marlo Aquino sa kanyang mga parents, mga relatives.
Makinikwento lang sa kanya.
Yun, nakita niya, grabe, sobrang na-amaze siya kina Coach Jerry.
And
well-deserved. Para
for
dito
a
kay
team,
JC Cuellar,
ano,
ang ganda
for a
tinatakbo
team,
ngayon.
Maganda na tinatakbo. For a team to be very successful, you
Yeah.
need to have selfless leaders. JC Cuellar epitomized it. He sacrificed a lot of the touches that he had for the good of the team. Robbie Naive and Will Gozon, sobrang taas ng efficiency ratings nila. They're not holding the ball too long. They are not creating the shots that they used to create in season 97. But Coach Charles has been scheming and dealing a lot of points dito sa koponan na to. It's their game plan that takes care of the talent dahil nandoon na yung talent.
right.
And of course, your boy, Mix Oxon, big fan of this. Great. Ang ganda ng inilalaro niya. Fit na fit sa system. And they're thriving, being selfless.
When we talk about the Benilde Blazers, of course, at the forefront, you talk about Will Gozum, perennial MVP frontrunner natin, Miguel Oczon, Robbie Naive, and of course, JC Cuellar. But one guy that really sticks out for me, na tumutulong sa kanila, and again, has sustained this type of performance for them this season and production, is Miggy Corteza. Because this guy is number 2 in scoring for them. Number 3 maybe.
Guard trap in a big man's body. The way that he was playing.
Yeah.
The way that he shut down JB Bajo. 1-on-1. Taas lang yung kamay. Tapat-tapat. Using the length. Controlling space. And segunda ko na rin. Corteza. Mark Sanko.
That's
Monster on the boards. This guy averaging almost 11 boards the past 2 games at very decent from the outside.
Much improved play from those two guys na nung season 97, hapyaw-hapyaw lang yung production
nahinog
nila.
na rin, Ladis Lepalam.
Yan, oo, si Ladis Lepalam
Solid
na.
5-man rotation on their big guys.
Panggulat yan ni Coach Charles sa kanyang starting lineup. Alright, from Anton's pick, let's now go to Coach Hammer's pick. The JRU Heavy Bombers on a 5-game winning streak, 5-2.
Oh. Well, ang tanong lang sa kanila, will their momentum be stunted with the way that their season was na nagkaroon ng pause because of health protocols. But Coach Louie has been preaching hard work. He has been preaching effort. He has been preaching buy-in. Diba? Kung ako si John the Baptist, pinugutan ako ng ulo last season dahil pinik ko tong team na to. Honestly, diba? That's what everybody was saying. But, diba? Ganun yan eh.
Brutal naman
Kasi diba pare, I've been telling people this team plays the right way. They just needed the pieces. Now, John Amores shows up, Rai De La Rosa shows up, and of course, AJ Miranda is there. Nakita natin yung habits ng team. Pag nakakashoot, hindi parang season 97 na parang aksidenteng na shoot yung tira. Pag nakakashoot, pansinin nyo po, panoorin nyo sa replays, they run back on defense.
That's right.
That's a testament of how well coached this team is.
And every time we get to talk to Coach Louie Gonzalez up there, you can really feel the relief in his voice every time nakakakuha
Kasi
ng panalo. Because this is something that we were missing last
At saka
year.
ito yung team na ini-envision niya talaga. With
That's right.
Rai, John Amores and AJ Miranda as the in the forefront of the attack, and complementary players, JL De Los Santos, Giab, who is vastly improved, really stepping up. Siya yung pinaka-underrated na superstar na NCAA.
Yeah.
I still want to imagine what would happen if Coach Hammer turned back the clock and played for JRU.
Could have happened, but didn't
Could have
happen.
happened.
Could have happened, but hindi nangyari. So, but we're happy, of course, for Coach Louie because this team plays the right way. Parang St. Benil din.
Yun.
They
I was
play
about to mention,
a
Coach
different
Hammer.
type of game. They're in your face. They're an effort-reliant team just like the LPU Pirates.
That's right. LPU Pirates naman ang pag-usapan natin ngayon. Probably the biggest surprise team of Season 98 so far because in the preseason, they did well. They were okay. Obviously, Season 97, that was a disappointing season for them. Pero yun yung transition season of the rookies of the Pirates at karamihan sa team na to, bata talaga. But coming into Season 98, 7 wins already. Unfortunately for them, they lost earlier, but they're still having a good run.
Okay, earlier, so I said that I wasn't shocked with the win of Mapua because I believe that they're better than what their record is. What I was shocked about earlier was the performance of Enoch Valdez. Sinabi niya in one of our earlier games that in the second round, we're gonna see him 100%. But in this game, we did not see much of the demolition man, Enoch Valdez. Where was the demolition? Where was the aggressiveness? Where was the rebounds? If we do not see that from Enoch Valdez, who is arguably the best player on the LPU Pirates, I don't think the LPU Pirates will make it to the Final Four. And that's just me speaking from what I see and what we have seen from Enoch Valdez in the first round. Laking bagay, yun ang nawala kanina sa kanilang laro kontra sa Mapua.
Kasi yun yung question mark pagdating sa laro
Who will be
ng
the alpha
LPU. Who will
in
be
the
the
endgame?
alpha? Sa endgame.
Earlier,
Kasi,
it looked like Guadagna.
Guadagna. I mean, kasi si Enoch Valdez, we know his pedigree. He's an energy guy. He's a guy that would give you extra possessions. He's a guy who plays hard all the time. Offensively, he might be limited right now. He doesn't have a decent outside shot. We call a spade a spade. Hindi siya consistent outside shooter. He gets his points on transition and crashing the boards. Sa second round, tatanggalin na yung mga strengths mo. Yan ang kagandahan ng double round robin. You are now scouted. The coaches would know what you would be doing. Now it's time for the other guys to step up. Kaya importante na si JM Bravo, Mac Guadagna, and Ato Barba take their game to the next level. And Mac Guadagna has been really inconsistent but nakikita na natin yung talagang kaya niyang gawin in the NCAA.
nag-i-emerge no?
Oo, kanina big yung tinira niya. After a timeout.
Tumalog lang.
And I did make a prediction, and this is rare that I make a prediction while doing the pregame. Sinabi ko na most improved player this season, si Maclod Guadagna.
Okay. Pwede.
Pwede.
Although we have a lot of players in Season 98 na malaki
It's
yung
gotta be
in-improve.
Maclod though, Mars.
Pwede. Pwede. Oo.
So far.
Si Maclod, Okay. So let's now go from the top guns. Dyan sa top half natin, top 3 teams natin, let's now go to the middle of the pack. And let's start with the San Beda Red Lions finishing the first round 6-3. Coach Hammer.
Well, with my
this
San
team.
Beda Red Lions, anong nangyayari dito? No, I'm an alumni. I would always tell this. They've been playing really well, packing the paint,
May
taking away
bowler
things.
pa.
Taking away things, alumni baller yan. But
alumni
taking away things from the offense. But, ang nangyayari sa San Beda Red Lions, for some odd reason, the past 3 losses that they had, big shots were made. Guadagna, Montaño had been lights out when they played San Beda. Made 6 3-pointers and could never be found after it. Giab knocked down a crucial 3-pointer on the left wing against JRU when San Beda was making a run in the 4th quarter. And oh my goodness, Migs Oxon, the spread was 9 points, made 3 3-pointers on that
I just
game.
love Martz's commentary in that game.
Yes,
San Beda and Benil.
Exactly. I mean,
what can you do with a shot like that? What can you do?
I was
Tinanong ko si Justin Sanchez.
He made it.
Halos inakap mo na si Oxon. It's a testament on the work ethic that has been discussed ad nauseum about Migs Oxon.
I'm just sad that there was no camera on Martin's face when he had that reaction.
Oh, sobrang big shot yun. But going back to San Beda, they're playing hard on both ends of the floor. James Quecote has been the King Lion.
By the way, shout out to James.
Yes.
If James is watching,
Nakita ko dumidepensa.
MVP, diba?
He
Dumidepensa
tried
ng
very
ending.
hard to get that
It was
MVP for
his.
us.
It was
Yeah, it was
his
his.
already.
It was his.
Pero nakausap ko rin si Renzo kanina eh. Sabi ni Renzo Navarro, nung 3 minutes, wala nang umingiti eh.
Pakbakan na eh.
Seryoso na. Oo. Di kita na.
But the question for San Beda is, who would step up off the bench? They are the strongest starting team, but they are the second worst bench producing team, and they give up the most points to the opposite bench.
Okay.
So yan yung magiging tanong ngayon.
Anton, I gave San Beda to Coach Hammer because he's very close with that team. Let's now talk about the back-to-back defending champions, the Letran Knights. Okay, this is a team that, has had a lot of ups and downs in season 98 and very interesting games as well. Maganda yung simula, pangit simula, kinakapos sa dulo, tapos sila yung nakahabol. Meron mga ganong moments itong Letran Knights. Your assessment of their performance in the first round.
Before I give my assessment, I have a question for you, Martin.
Yo. Sino Martin?
You.
Ako. Okay. Sige.
What is the opposite of floppy?
Strong, firm.
Firm.
Yeah, firm.
I'm staying firm with my pick.
Yeah.
You should.
Okay,
And
for
that
obvious
is-
reasons.
that is-
For obvious reasons.
Uh-huh.
Letran, I believe like in terms of the core, the championship core, it's still there. Okay, sanay sila. They have Luis Angalang, Fran Yu, who, by the way, is very aggressive, and that's a good thing for Letran. To have Fran Yu start the games off aggressive. Brent Paraiso is back. And para sa akin, yung nangyaring suspensions kay Sanggalang
napaganda para
at
sa
kay
kanila.
Brent Paraiso, mga good boy na eh. Bagong buhay na, di ba? Every game,
Gumagano na ngayon.
gumaganyan.
Sanggalang,
Di ba?
Anghel
So,
na.
they know what's at stake. They know what they can and cannot afford to do. So my assessment for the Letran Knights is that they're right there. They're right on track. I mean, we're gonna see them right now, middle of the pack.
Yeah.
Pero yung mga bagay na nangyari, yung mga talo na nakamit nila or nakuha nila, natamo, these are the things that are gonna help them become a better team in the second round.
That's right. Nararamdaman mo sa mga laro nila that they're always there. They're still a very good team.
Surprising for the Letran Knights. We've watched them in season 97, in season 95 when they won their first back-to-back championships. They're an interior-made team.
Yeah.
They score on the inside. Right now, they're number 2 when it comes to rebounding. They give up the least rebounds to their opponents, and they control the boards during their games. But key stat here, Rayson, Franyu, Brent Paraiso, number 1 in three-point field goal percentage.
Gusto ko
Under
yung Rayson.
34%. So that would be crucial dahil nagbago yung tema ng opensa nila.
Yeah.
But the defense is still there, and look for Letran Knights to make a run.
Okay, in the second round. Now let's go to a team that we expected to be at least in the hunt for the Final Four, or at least for a Final Four spot, the Perpetual Altas. Right now, as it sits, they're 4 and 5 in the team standings. They are number 5 right now, but obviously, separated by 2 games. Etong San Beda, Letran, tsaka Perpetual. I mean, this is a team that's supposed to carry the momentum that they had. A Final Four finish in season 97, papuntang season 98, dapat nasa peak sila magsisimula.
Guys, dito ako pinaka nahihirapan. I do not know where to start.
Kasi naglalaro ka
With the Perpetual Altas. I'm good friends with Boss Anton Tamayo. I play basketball there every Wednesday night. But I have to be honest here on this show. There are games that they are beating themselves. Just like that game against San Beda.
26 offensive rebounds.
I mean, that is unforgivable. There is no excuse for that. There are losses na alam mong they were right there in the end. They had a chance to win those games. But yung mga pagkatalo against San Beda where they seem uninspired, those are the games that hurt Perpetual. And like Mapua, they're better than what their record is. That's what I believe. And I'm a fan of the players that they have. Jello Razon, Kim Aurin, these are guys with loads of potential. Peter Pan Barkuma, first game was good, but the rest of the way, he hasn't been himself.
Yeah.
So I think Perpetual has a lot of problems to figure out, but the good thing is, they're right there in the middle, so kaya pang humabol.
Okay.
And their dogs are playing. Mark Denver Omega, John Abyss, controlling the boards. Kailangan lang nila makashoot ng tira eh. Kasi the system is there. Nakikita natin, even in tight games, the triangle has been efficient and proficient for them. Hindi nila kailangan lumayo doon. And they're the number 1 rebounding team. Nakita natin 26 offensive rebounds against the number 1 paint defending team.
Okay.
Ibang klase yun. Kasi kinuha na ng rebound. Now it's time for the scorers to convert those shots.
That's right. All right. So after Perpetua, let's go through quickly. Arellano, EAC, and Mapua. Obviously, Arellano had a fantastic start to the season, but obviously they couldn't sustain it. They're now at 4-5 as well. Eto, ano kayang i-expect natin mula sa Arellano? EAC, still trying to find their first win of the season, and Mapua, who won earlier, and San Sebastian. You're right.
Well, with Arellano, they like playing it close. And then they have the chops in the end game because they have a very good backcourt in Shane Menina and Axel Doromal. They have very good offensive rebounders in their big guys, especially with Cade Flores providing the inside punch. But at the end of the day, sino yung magsa-step up? Tatanggalin yung mga strengths mo pagdating ng second round. Si Doromal, makakakita yan ng mga hard show, ng hard traps. So who would be stepping up from the other guys?
I think he just said it perfectly.
Yeah.
For Arellano, for San Sebastian. Okay, so si Bailey's Akot, one of our courtside reporters, we were talking yesterday, and I asked him, who you think is going to be the MVP? And he had an interesting thought. Sabi niya, I think Axel Doromal is a hooper.
Yeah.
When you say hooper, this is a guy,
Laro.
just give him the ball, he'll create. Itchy Altamirano, he's also a hooper to me. So I feel like these guys who have the basketball for both Arellano and San Sebastian respectively, kung maganda yung kanilang pinapakita, their team will play well as well because it starts with them. So these two guys have to come alive. These all-stars have to be all-stars in the second round if they want to make a run in the Final Four.
Okay, and then EAC Generals later, susubukan nilang manalo. Of course, I think that's the main thing for EAC.
Just
get their first win.
Anything that they would do above and beyond what they have shown in the first round would be an A+ grade, especially in this game. They need to look forward to things, especially to get that first win, to get the monkey off their back, and continue to stay and play within the system.
At itong Mapua Cardinals, of course, they're not yet giving up. 2 wins right now. Ang nasa isip nila, hindi pa to imposible. Hindi pa tapos ang season. Pwede pa.
Sweep ang hinahabol niyan sa second round. Yun ang iniisip niya.
Okay.
That's gotta be the biggest comeback in NCAA history if they can survive 1-8 and make it to the Final Four.
That's right. We'd love to see that though. We'd love to keep the conversation going. We can go hours here talking about these teams, but unfortunately, we got to go to the second game today. At ang second game po natin, EAC Generals at number 10 right now, going up against the Benil Blazers, the number 1 team in the league. Coach Hammer and myself will be bringing you along dito po sa laban ng EAC kontra Benil. Pero maraming salamat, brothers. Mr. Pure Business Anton,
back-to-back games, no?
Rojas and Coach Hammer, Martin Antonio.
The All-Star, awarding, diretso sa panel kinabukasan. Good job.
Yes, sir.
Just like the teams.
Yes.
Just like the teams and some of the all-stars.
Okay. So, susunod na po, EAC kontra Benil. Maraming salamat, mga kapuso, sa inyong pagtutok in your favorite in-between sports and entertainment show. This has been Game On!